with Season 8, Episode 1, Soul of a Rebel. This is the last chapter of the romantic TV series Outlander, and Star starts things off with not only a fantastic episode but also the season's first narrative twist conclusion. As the cliffhanger to Outlander Season 7, Soul of a Rebel opens with Jamie, Sam Heughan, and Claire, Katrina Balfe, looking into their suspicions regarding their first daughter, Faith. It appears that the couple went to talk to the man who might have killed Faith after learning where she had last been seen alive in the interim between these installments. In Outlander Season 8, Jamie and Claire reunite with Fergus, Cesar Domboy, and Marzali, Lauren Lyle, who moved to the city to operate a print shop after abandoning Fraser's Ridge, following the emotional fallout from their inquiry. It's a lovely reunion that successfully fulfills these two Outlander actors' much-awaited comeback. But after spending so much time in Savannah, Jamie and Claire are eager to get back to Fraser's Ridge. Furthermore, they both want young Fanny to settle down. When Jamie and Claire return home, Ian Murray, John Bell, and his now extremely pregnant wife, Rachel, Izzy Meikle-Small, greet them in another touching reunion. Even after Ian revealed that the neighborhood had banded together to construct Jamie and Claire a new home, a lot had changed at the Ridge. Hiram Crombie, Anthony Byrne, and Captain Charles Cunningham, Kieran Boo, a mysterious newcomer, have formally established a trade post. Naturally, the excitement is just getting started because Outlander Season 8, Episode 1 quickly transports Roger, Richard Rankin, and Brianna, Sophie Skelton, to the past. Outlander Season 8, Episode 1. An explanation of the contents of Frank Randall's book. In Outlander, Frank Randall. Jamie and Claire talk about Frank's book's contents and how it might affect their future at the conclusion of Outlander Season 8, Episode 1. The Soul of a Rebel, The Scottish Roots of the American Revolution is an intriguing title for this book. For Frank, who had no personal ties to Scottish Americans, it's an odd area of study. For whatever reason, it appears that Frank spent his last years investigating the possible fate of Jamie Fraser, even though he insisted that Claire cease her own investigation. In Outlander Season 8, Episode 1, actor Tobias Menzies is credited with a special guest performance, meaning that the actor provided the narration for the last episode, which is heard as Jamie reads Frank's book. Outlander has previously hinted at Jamie's demise. Frank had really found the obituary stating that Jamie and Claire died when their Fraser's Ridge home burned down thanks to his investigation. Since that proved to be a mistaken prophecy, Jamie's demise at the Battle of Kings Mountain might have a similar outcome. However, Frank wrote with a certain amount of assurance, and that is also part of the mystery. Why did he investigate Jamie's destiny and leave the results for Claire and Brianna to discover? In the woods, Jamie and Brianna discover hanged loyalists. In Outlander Season 8, Jamie and Brianna examine two men who have been hanged. The finding of two men hanging in the woods is another unsettling sign from Outlander Season 8, Episode 1. The initials GR, which stands for George Rex, King George, were engraved on their foreheads. These were British loyalists who had been hanged by the rebels, as Jamie and Brianna soon realized. Jamie really supports the Continental Army, but he doesn't support this kind of violence. In that instant, he reminds Brianna that there are monsters on both sides of the conflict. Season 8 of Outlander also follows William Ransom, Charles Vandervaart, who has a challenging period in Season 7. In addition to learning that Jamie is his biological father, he failed to save Jane Pocock, who killed herself after being detained for the murder of Captain Harkness. All of this was made worse by the defection of Captain Ezekiel Richardson. William is determined to track down Richardson and bring him to justice for betraying the British Army and joining the rebels, according to the Season 8 opener. But his search has proven unsuccessful, and the endeavor has nearly destroyed William. When Lord John Grey, David Barry, tells him that his cousin Benjamin passed away from illness while in rebel captivity, his mental state worsens even further. William learns that Ben left behind a woman and child that nobody was aware of, adding to the shock of this revelation. An explanation of Captain Charles Cunningham's redcoat past. In Season 8 of Outlander, Captain Cunningham. Captain Charles Cunningham is another new character in Outlander Season 8. Jamie learns that Cunningham relocated to Fraser's Ridge while he and Claire were away when he encounters the guy at the new trade station. When the man first meets his landlords, he is courteous and friendly. When Cunningham discloses that he is retired from the British Army, problems arise. In addition, he had fought in the battles of Saratoga, which meant that he and Jamie had previously encountered each other on opposing sides of the battlefield. Jamie and Cunningham, who are both retired captains, concur that they want to move past the conflict. They part ways with the promise of a polite friendship because there is no need for dispute. However, It is evident from Jamie's conversation with Claire and Roger that he intends to monitor his new redcoat friend. Fergus is printing rebellious pamphlets illegally. In Season 8, Outlander characters are shown laughing while seated around a table. Fergus isn't exactly on the straight and narrow with his printing business, which is another significant revelation from the first episode of Outlander Season 8. He is covertly publishing rebel pamphlets even though he gained British consent when the Loyalists took control of Savannah. Jamie finds these tucked away in Fergus' shop's walls. He knows what to look for, having actively participated in sedition during his former printing work. Jamie warns his adopted son that he, Marzali, and their kids are in danger due to such rebel action. Fergus, however, insists that he wants to contribute to the struggle for independence. In Outlander Season 8, Episode 1, Jamie acknowledges Fergus's willingness to contribute even though he isn't entirely on board. Ultimately, all he does is force the younger man to swear caution. Claire is unconvinced by these responses, so she approaches the pirate from behind and repeatedly stabs him in the kidney. There's still a lot that Jamie and Claire don't know, and it's a kind of justice that can't bring Faith back. The pair still wonders how Faith managed to survive infancy after they first met. It's possible that Master Raymond healed Faith and removed her, or that Mother Hildegard had lied about the baby's demise. Outlander Season 8 still has a lot to reveal after Episode 1.